Dave Palumbo here with a special holiday rant. Merry Christmas to all and happy holidays, and of course a happy new year coming up next week. This is a great time in our year. We have a little reprieve in the contest schedule. You know, every year this thing that we do gets bigger and bigger. It lasts longer into the year. It starts earlier, and we don't have as much of a break. And so I think we have less of a break now than I did when I was in college, which they gave us like a month off. I think we have less than that now. But the bottom line is that this is the time of year to spend time with your family, your friends, to maybe not worry about hitting the gym 6 times a week and getting your 25 meals in a day. I think it's time to take a little break in the action, so to speak. Relax on Christmas, relax on New Year's, and then January 1st you hit it again. Now, that doesn't mean between Christmas and New Year's you can't go hard, because I say do that as well. But the bottom line is you really want to take a chance to step back, and this is what I do, and try to appreciate everything that went on this past year. Show an attitude of gratitude. That's the old saying, right? And when you do that, you kind of appreciate everything that has come into your life and that you've attracted into your life. And also you can look back at maybe some of the mistakes you made and say to yourself, well, how can I avoid making them again this coming year? I also like to take time at this time of year, especially on Christmas, to remember all the people in my life that I've lost, and maybe all the bodybuilders that we've lost this past year. My daughter, Aria Grace, was born on December 21st of this year. So I was blessed with the greatest Christmas present that a person can receive. And any of you who have kids out there know what I'm talking about. But also on December 22nd, okay, that's the anniversary of one of my truly great friends in life, Vinny Hanzik, who owned a terrific bodybuilding clothing and supplement store called The Body Shop back in the 90s. And he's no longer with us. He died at the age of 33, and I miss him every year. And when that date comes up, December 22nd, I think about him. I'm very good friends with his sons, and I know they think about it as well on this date. And he was an instrumental guy in the 90s in the bodybuilding industry, at least in the New York area. And he put me in contact with a lot of people that got me into a lot of the supplement deals that I had, clothing company sponsorships, because he sold all the food and all the supplements and all the clothing. So he was a natural plug-in, and we were very good friends. And so I miss him during these times of year. But I think back also, and this was a big year. We lost a lot of people in our industry, a lot of good people, and I can't name them all because I can't remember them all. But I remember memorializing them every week on Heavy Muscle Radio. Of course, probably the 2 biggest that we'll never forget, probably for the next 10, 20 years, would be Rich Piana and Dallas McCarver, who were both taken from us way too early. Dallas at only 26 years of age. So, these things, they almost choke you up a little bit, because these are guys, that you see at every show, you're friends with, you text, you call. I get them on the show, I interview them, and they're not here to do that anymore. So it's sad that they're gone. Sean Perrine, a true light in our sport. He wrote for Flex, Muscle and Fitness, was the editor-in-chief over there. He lived the most passionate bodybuilding lifestyle that I have ever seen, probably more than me. Trained at the old Mr. America, Steve Mihalik's gym, who's no longer with us as well. Back in the day, he moved up to California, worked in the Weider offices. It was his dream to work for the Weider magazines and Joe Weider, and he did that with passion, and once again, stricken with a weird, odd cancer. One of the healthiest guys I know, and is no longer with us, and we lost him recently, so he's fresh in the memory. Sean Harris, who was a great guy, great bodybuilder in the New York area. He trained people at Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym. I've known him probably 25 years. Died in a horrific car crash a week out from the Tampa Pro, one of his pro shows he was getting ready to do. Just a terrible, terrible story. Kyle Norris, who won the '89 NPC Junior Nationals. A lot of people might not have known him because he wasn't, it was a while ago that he won that show, and he kind of hadn't been in the industry quite as much as some of these other guys I mentioned. But true great bodybuilder, no longer with us as well. A 2-time Mr. Canada, Winston Roberts, left this world. Another great bodybuilder, made his mark in the Canadian bodybuilding scene. I know he'll be missed. I know there's a lot of people who really, were close to him as well. And, one of the guys who maybe a lot of you out there might not know, but who was a friend to me and a lot of bodybuilders out there, He worked backstage as an expediter at all the shows. Everyone knew him. I used to call him Vinny Boombots. It was Vinny Papano, and he was just an all-around guy that everyone liked. You know, he said it like it was. I actually got to interview him once. I'm walking at the Olympia, going to see Meet the Olympians. I think that might have been the only interview he ever did. He was a terrific guy who could make you laugh no matter how bad you felt backstage. And he always took care of things. If you had any problems, you say, Vinny, something's wrong, and he would go and take care of it. So we lost him too young as well. And so these people just stick in my mind. I know there's a lot of other people that I missed out there. And once again, I'm sending my prayers and my love out to all the bodybuilders and people that we lost in our industry over this past year. Guys, take a moment, reflect on what you experienced this past year. You know, be thankful for all the great things that came into your life over the 2017 year. And for the things that maybe seemed like they weren't so great, maybe they were lessons, and maybe they were things that were going to make your future better. Reflect on those. If there are things that can be avoided in the future, like a volleyball injury when you shouldn't be playing volleyball as a bodybuilder, then don't play volleyball anymore. If there's something that happened, a roadblock that was thrown in your path and you couldn't get to the stage this year, come back next year even stronger. But this is the holiday season to be thankful, to be with loved ones, and to just not take for granted this thing we call life. I'm Dave Palumbo with an RX Muscle holiday message.